Yo guys, welcome back to a new video, and in this video I will show you how you can make an image like this, which is a really boring image. There's nothing special about it. The background is blurred, the foreground's a little bit blurred, and right here is in focus, and this is overexposed a little bit, the background, and over here it's a little bit underexposed, and I will show you how you can make it way more alive, add more color to the image. And yeah, I will just show you right now, and everyone can do this. It's pretty easy. So I open Lightroom right here, and then I go to develop, and here we have the image. So the first thing I always do, it's up to you what you want to do with it, is drag the highlights all the way down, and you can see this big difference. It's less exposed, as you can see. So I drag it all the way down, and I open the shadows usually to plus 90, plus 100, but for this image I open it to plus 40 because I want to make the image a little bit dramatic. And what I do then is hold Alt and open the whites a little bit until I see the dots right here, and do the same for the black, but I don't do it like this, just like I did for the whites. I drag it a little bit more, so a lot more of the image will be black, and it will be a little bit more dramatic. So right here, so this is good. And now I'm going to add a little bit of temperature to the image. So I drag this a little bit to the right. This is enough, and now we can already see a big difference. Next thing I do is add a little bit of clarity. Usually I add only 20 or 30, but now I'm going to add 40. This is the difference you can see. This is when you add minus 100 clarity, and this minus 100, plus 100, sorry. It looks a little bit fake to me, I don't like it. So I add like plus 40 for this image. And what I do to the vibrance to make it a little bit more dramatic is I drag it a little bit down, so there's less color. But for the saturation I added a little bit, so the green for example, and this color right here, it's yellow or orange, looks a little bit better. So I do it plus 45, and this is going to be minus 52. It's a little bit gray right now, but I will add color later. So now we're done with the basic. I don't do anything with the tone curve. The color I do a little bit. I just go to green, and as you can see, it changes the green color a little bit, and I turn it a little bit to the left, like minus what should we do, minus 40 is okay. This is orange. Am I going to do anything with orange? I think a little bit, because it looks really cool when it looks like this. This is way too gray, so I'm just going to add something like this. Is pretty decent. I'm not going to touch the yellow. Now we go to luminance, if that's how we pronounce it, and now you can control the green. It's just what I just do it how it feels great. So it's just some random stuff I'm doing right now. So the green I turn it a little bit down because I want to make the image a little bit dramatic, and the green was outstanding too much. So this is the difference now from the image I took and the edited image. Okay, I am done with the colors right now. Split toning, I add a little bit of orange to the highlights. So right, this is okay, I think. Yeah, this is okay. Then we go to detail. What I always do is for luminance noise reduction I add 70, and for contrast I add 40. It almost always looks great. Lens corrections, I sometimes use auto. Auto looks good, yeah, it looks good. So I add auto, and effects is okay. The camera, the calibration, I don't touch that. So the next thing I'm going to do is add 2 graduated filters. So I click on this, and I want to make this a little bit of like a sunset or a sunrise, I don't know, appear right here. So I drag it down until like halfway of the image, and hold shift so it goes straight, and I double click the exposure. I add a little bit of temperature. Let's take a look. I'm just going to focus right now. Okay, plus 31 looks okay. A little bit of contrast maybe. Yeah, a little bit of contrast, so plus, what should we do, 24. And I don't think I want to touch the rest. No, it's okay. So this is what it looks like. You can also add a little bit of like color on the ground using the brush, but I tried it before and it doesn't look really good in my opinion. Like if you do it like this, double click exposure, and yeah, I can use a little bit maybe. A little bit is okay. I can use a little bit like this. So the ground is also a little bit of orange. So it looks like the sun is shining right here. And this is the difference, as you can see right now. I really like how this is looking. And the last step I'm going to take is add another graduated filter and put it right here. Put it a little bit like this. And double click exposure, bring the contrast up, all the way up. And the clarity also all the way up to 48. Saturation, I don't think I want to touch that, nope. And what this does is it makes this part look a little bit more interesting to look at. So I add that. I think that's okay. Now press Y so we can see the difference. And I really like how it turned out. And this is basically how you can make an overexposed image on the ground and an underexposed image on the sides and the background, a little bit more interesting. So as you can see, I added a little bit of sun here and I made this part a little bit darker and sharper. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys later in another video.